Thank you, Mr. Putris, for pointing out the audio issues. We are on now. We should be good. All right. 0-2 the count. Don's fouled off, what, like 5 in a row here?
Yes.
Down and away. Wow. I don't know how you lay off that one.
That's a tough pitch. That was a change-up, paint outside corner. I'll tell you one thing, if he throws it there again, the umpire's going to ring him up.
Well, that was a little further outside, so he's not going to ring him up there. 2-2 the count. It was a great battle by Dom early in the game. Oh, 2-2. Barboza takes off for third, and now the ball is blooped into shallow left center, and making the catch is the shortstop Witkowski. Oh, you would almost rather that Dom swing and miss at that pitch because Barboza had third all to himself.
Absolutely, absolutely. He could walk to third base on that one. Hopefully he saw something in the delivery of the pitcher that he can probably get to third base at some point in this at-bat.
So here's Julian Alvarez. Alvarez entering play at .321, 2 doubles, 1 homer, and 11 RBIs. Those 11 RBIs lead the team. And now Alvarez is going to call for time.
If these infielders don't pay any attention to Barboza and keep him close, he's going to take off. He's going to walk into third base.
Second baseman Passatempo isn't moving anywhere close to the bag. Well, now he's shading him a little bit as adds the slider down away for ball 1.
He's walking there, but he's not really making any intent to keep him close.
No, not at all. Well, now that we mentioned, now he's starting to play behind the bag.
Just leaving that right side wide open for Leon.
On the outside corner, strike 1. Great pitcher like this. Can't waste the leadoff double. Big gap, though, to the right side, as Sway mentioned, with the second baseman Passatempo playing behind the bag at second. Down low, 2-1.
These are great at-bats by the hitters so far there. He's throwing a tough changeup that's moving down and away, and they're just laying off of it, you know.
Don't see a cut change very often.
No.
Like you know, circle change moves down and into right-handed batters like a sinker, or a two-seamer. But as that is popped foul and out of play.
You know, usually your first time around seeing the pitcher, those pitches are tough to lay off of. And right now, these guys, it's like they've seen them before. You know.
Well, technically they have. They saw him on July 8th. 6 innings of work got the win. Blue Sox got the win over Kirby and the Chiefs in that game. And now just wow, look how close Passatempo's playing to second now. Full count. You can, anything to the right side is going to be a base hit.
Yeah, if he throws anything away, Julian is a great hitter. He'll use that hole.
I've seen outfielders play the other way for Julian. Ball 4. Ooh, Kirby can't believe it. But another good battle by the Blue Sox. This one results in a base runner. And it's first and second, although now the double play is in order. As that'll bring up Ryan Berardino. Berardino at .429 with 1 double and 1 RBI. On base percentage of .500. OPS of 1,000. Scored 5 runs in 14 at-bats. Comes up empty there for strike 1. I believe this is the first time Berardino is seeing Kirby.
Yeah, this guy, the ball jumps off his bat.
Actually, as that's fouled off for strike 2. Actually, I stand corrected. He did draw a walk and score a run against Kirby on July 8th, but you know, 1 plate appearance. It's not exactly the best sample size. Berardino laces this one into right field, and this will be caught by the right fielder, Libby, for out number 2. He Gave that a good ride, but Libby tracked it down, and there are 2 down.
Great piece of hitting. Outside pitch right in
Yep.
the corner, and he went with it. Just didn't put much behind it.
Yeah, got under it a little too much.
Just stuck his bat out there protecting the plate.
Yep. But that's a long way for a ball to go when you're just protecting the plate.
Like I said, the ball flies off this guy's bat. When he squares it up, the ball flies off his bat.
Here is Zach Stevens. And that is strike 1. Stevens at .429 with 1 double, 1 homer, and 2 RBIs. 2 of his 6 hits for extra bases. And he laces this one into left field, and this will be caught by the left fielder, Burgoyne, for the out that retires the side. So some hard-hit balls in the top of the first, but the Blue Sox leave 2. And after half an inning, it is the Blue Sox nothing and the Chiefs coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental from Avis. Gianellis getting his first start of the year against the Chiefs. Faced them on June 7th of last year, went 4 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 earned run, walked 2, struck out 2, surrendered 1 home run, and hit 1 batter. Gianellis last pitched against the Alabrandies on the 18th, going 2 innings, allowing 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. He's gone 5 innings in each of his 3 starts and has allowed 1 earned run in those 15 innings. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left in the top of the first for the Blue Sox. Now we go to the bottom of the first, and here is Tony Serino, the veteran center fielder. Here is one veteran who continues to be a key contributor for the Chiefs. He enters play at .432 with 6 doubles and 6 RBIs. Doesn't have the wheels he used to, though. He only has 1 stolen base in as many attempts.
Yeah, definitely one of the tougher leadoff hitters in the league. He's not scared to hit with 2 strikes. Usually takes the pitchers deep into counts.
Gianellis gets ahead 0-1. Chiefs as a team tied for the fewest stolen bases in the league with the Melrose Americans with 7. That jackknifes him a little bit, brushes him back, and it's 1-1. Serino second in the ICL in hitting behind Redding's Tony Serino at .435. This trickles off of Gianellis' glove, but he gets it back quickly and fires it on to Stevens for the first out. Great wherewithal by Gianellis not to panic there. I was worried that was going to trickle a little further and Zaire would have to make the play and he wouldn't get it, but good play by Gianellis.
Great job by Mike to get his glove in front of that, not panic, find the ball.
Here's R.J. Libby, the right fielder. Second inning to Tyler Cedeno. Tyler Cedeno of Reading. Yep. Whoops. All right. That is strike 1 to R.J. Libby. Libby playing just his 8th game, batting .500 with 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 9 RBIs. So he's come through when the Chiefs need him. 1-1 the count. That ran a little too far inside. He was 3 for 4 in the game on July 8th with an RBI and a strikeout. 0 for 4's last time out against Malden. That's in there for strike 2, 1-2. A little cutter there from Gianellis.
Wow. They have 3 tough lefties to start the game, Andre does.
Yep. It's where you're going to rely heavily on your changeup, right?
Absolutely.
You can't hope to try and bury a slider down and in against guys like Waldrop.
No.
Because if you leave it just a little bit up in that part, it's gonna go to Bedford.
It's gonna be in the parking lot, absolutely.
Yep.
He's the one guy you want to pitch him away to the big part of the ballpark. Make him beat you opposite field.
Broken back grounder and another one to Gianellis. He will underhand to first, 2 down. That's the cutter again, huh?
Yes.
Well, not quite Mariano Rivera levels of broken bats, but you'll take it. 2 up, 2 down, and here is the aforementioned Ben Waldrop. Playing just his 10th game, was batting .345 with 1 double, 1 triple, 4 homers, and 13 RBIs. Got an OPS of 1217.
Yeah, this is one guy you cannot let this guy beat you.
Can't.
He is instant offense.
Yep.
So you got to pitch him away, make him go opposite field.
Well, he does come in with the slider down and in, shutting us up for a moment.
Like you said, though, he made sure he buried it. He leaves that
Yeah.
ball in the strike zone. That ball is going to go a long way because he did not get cheated on that hack.
Yep.
He is not up there to hit singles.
Nope. In fact, 6 of his 10 hits are for extra bases. So he gets a base hit. He's disappointed. He pops this one up. That'll get foul. And on to Worthing Road, we got an official broadcast. 0-2 the count. Change up away here.
Oh, absolutely. You can't come anywhere near the zoner. If you can bury that slider down and in again, those are usually appealing to lefties, but you got to make sure you bury that thing down.
Mm-hmm. And he goes up and in. I think Putty wanted that down, but thankfully for Gianellis, he did not pay for it.
Yeah, I think they're setting him up for that slider again. High fastball. Come back with that slider in the dirt.
And this is laced into right center field, but this will get down for extra bases. On to get it is Barboza. And I'll fire it into the infield, and that's a double for Waldrop. Yep, they hung it.
Gianellis is lucky that that ball didn't end up in the parking lot in the playground.
Yep.
He hung it, 1-2 slider. You got to bury that thing down on the ground.
So both teams with the first inning double. And now Steve Passatempo, the second baseman. Passatempo batting .308 in this is 6th game with 1 double, 1 homer, and 3 RBIs. He's 4 for 13, and 2 of his 4 hits are for extra bases.
Man, what a beautiful swing that Waldrop guy has.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
Just so smooth, just so effortless. As that is high for ball 1. Now with the righty at the plate, you can play a little more with your breaking stuff. And as long as you get it away from the right-handed batter, don't have to worry as much about him putting it in the parking lot. 1-1. Passatempo was 2 for 3 against the Blue Sox with a solo home run on July 8th. Hasn't played since July 10th against Malden, in which he went 0 for 2 with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. On the outside corner of the fastball, strike 2. Now this is where you need to get on top of that slider.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't make a mistake to this guy either. Man, these guys they got some big bats.
Yeah, I know,
lineup,
right?
You know?
I mean, they
This is like the New York Yankees. They're not up there to hit singles.
Nope. They got 11 home runs. Next closest by a team this year is the Mad Dogs. And you got a swing and a miss. The Mad Dogs and the Yeah, the Mad Dogs with 6 and the Royals with 6. So nothing comes of the 2-out double for the Chiefs, and after one complete, still no score. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So, disappointing top of the first for the Blue Sox, but the batters worked some long at-bats against Kirby, and that's what you want to do, at least give the rest of the guys in the lineup information.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we didn't score any runs, but we hit the ball hard.
Yep.
And I think, we keep hitting the ball hard, the ball will find some grass.
Yep.
I think with this guy, like you said, their defense is not playing, they're not playing great defense. So as long as we keep putting the pressure on them, putting the ball in play, cut the strikeouts down, we're going to be successful.
Yep, and then you got guys, and you got guys at the bottom of the lineup if you who can all lay down bunts, and guys at 9 and 1, Jimenez and Barboza, who can lay down bunts and turn it into singles.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we got guys at the bottom. Kyle 80's coming up. He's usually a number 3 hitter on any other team.
Yep, he's batting 6. 80, Brown, and Puttress due up 6, 7, and 8. This is the lone left-handed bat in the lineup tonight. Correction, Barboza. But 80 coming back to the Blue Sox after a couple years professionally. 80 batting .310, 1 double, 2 triples, 9 RBIs. Tied for third on the team in the RBI department. Kirby winds and delivers the first pitch at the top of the second, and it's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, when Kyle's on, he's probably one of the scariest hitters in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell by his stature, but he can swing it. He has
Yep.
some power behind that frame.
Well, he was trying to display it right there, but instead he's behind 0-2.
Yeah, I think he's fighting it a little bit right now. He's in a little bit of a funk, but he'll get out of it. He's too good of a hitter not to.
Against the Chiefs on July 8th was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Takes down and in, ball 1. Yeah, slider down and in, just like Gene Ellis tried to do to Waldrop. Kyle is 3 for his last 9 with 2 runs scored.
Wow.
2-2. Where the Blue Sox are laying off some real tough pitches early on. 2-2. Still.
Based on their swings, they're seeing them well right now.
Yep.
They're taking some very aggressive, and they're laying off some tough pitches right now. So they must be seeing him well right now.
80 had 2 multi-hit games in his first 2 games of among his first 4 games of the season. Hasn't had a multi-hit game since June 14th. As he takes low, ball 3.
Wow.
This looks like a hitter's strike zone tonight. The payoff pitch. That's pop foul and out of play. So again, with these long at-bats against Kirby, working back from down the count to getting it to full. We saw Zaire foul off 1,000,000 pitches in a row. Alvarez toughed out a walk. What can 80 do on 3-2? Take strike 3 called.
Nice pitch. Some good, looked like a cutter on that
Yep.
fastball.
So 80 is retired, first strikeout for Kirby. And that brings up Morgan Brown, the shortstop.
I think every pitch in that at bat was away, and then he just came in with a nice
Yes.
cutter.
There's
Froze him.
Yep. 264 hitter is Brown with 1 double and 7 RBIs, and he takes on the outside corner, strike 1. Brown was 0 for 3 against Andre with an RBI and a walk and 2 strikeouts on July 8th. And now he's behind 0-2. Strike three called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Morgan Brown. And there are two down on back-to-back called third strikes.
Yeah, very tough pitches there. Second and third pitch were a little off the plate, but once he called that second pitch, you had to respect that strike zone and just fight it off. Definitely a pitcher's pitch.
And just when we said it would look like it was going to be a hitter's strike zone, as Putty fouls this one off for strike one.
Seems like the catcher set up outside, the pitcher hit the mid, and the umpire made the call. You know, it's usually how it goes.
Putty fouls off another one, strike two. Putty 3 for 9 with a run scored in this his 6th game. Got to fight off some pitches here if you're Putty. Can't let Kirby get into a groove. He fouls one off.
That's what Putty does.
Yep.
He shortens up that swing with 2 strikes, and, you know, he battles. He's never an easy out up there.
And he lines this one up the middle and through for a base hit. So great 2-strike hitting in the inning continues for Anderson Jimenez.
Yeah, Anderson's been a great acquisition for the Blue Sox.
Yep. Anderson's second on the team in RBIs, 341 hitter with 3 doubles, 1 triple, 10 RBIs, and 8 runs scored.
If the pitcher falls asleep and treats him like a number 9 hitter, he's going to hurt him.
Oof. And we'll brush him back.
Chin music.
1-0. Ooh.
Nice pitch.
Breaking ball. I thought that was going to hang up a little more, but then it dropped to the outside corner. Looked like a pitch Anderson could have muscled up, but laid off. Tied up inside and high, 1-2.
Anderson had the privilege of being coached by the great Danny Graham.
Mm-hmm. Swing and a miss, slider, and 3 strikeouts in the inning for Kirby. And after 1.5, still no score. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Blue Sox, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for the Chiefs as we go to the bottom of the second. Kirby with 3 strikeouts in that top of the second, and Blue Sox don't want to let him get into a groove where he's striking everybody out. Got to keep putting the ball in play. As we've mentioned, this Chiefs defense near the bottom of the league in fielding percentage, and of the 20 runs that Kirby has allowed this year, 10 of them are unearned. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up: Mike Gedman, Nate Witkowski, and Andrew Caulfield. Putty fires the ball to second. And here's the aforementioned Mike Gedman.
There's another bat in their lineup that you can't fall asleep on or make a mistake, because he will hit it a mile. Janellis has to work him away to the bigger part of the ballpark.
250 hitter with 1 RBI and 2 runs scored is Gedman. Gedman's played with the Chiefs since 2014. As he takes low for ball 1. Gedman in 2014, the last time the Chiefs won the ICL championship, hit 2 home runs and 10 RBIs while slugging .448 and stole 5 bases in 5 attempts.
Wow.
Well,
Five stolen bases. That's
viewers are getting an up-close look at these foul balls, though.
Oh, yeah. Keeping me awake over here.
Year after that, Gedman hit .320 with 5 doubles, 1 homer, and 16 RBIs. Nice play in the on-deck circle by Nate Witkowski. And Gedman's behind 1-2.
Definitely one of the most entertaining ICL players I've ever played against.
Gedman or Witkowski?
Gedman.
As he strokes this one into center field, back goes Barboza, and he reaches up and makes the catch, but there's another hard hit ball deep into the outfield by the Chiefs. And Gianellis can't count on getting away with that all night, as we saw with the double by Waldrip and even that fly ball by Gedman.
Yeah, he kept it away, though, made him hit it to the opposite field, straight away center. As long as he keeps the ball, keeps these guys hitting that way, I have no problem with that. Those fly balls are always interesting here at this time of day.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big outfield. It's not like Walsh Field big, but this ball is this field has kept some balls in the ballpark. Unfortunately, a lot of them have been ours.
Absolutely.
I mean, Zach Stevens nearly had a walk-off home run against Melrose. Against Melrose, Julian Alvarez nearly had a grand slam that stayed in the park, as this is blooped into right field, and this will be down for a base hit. On to second goes Witkowski, and he will hold there with a double, the second double of the ball game for the Chiefs.
That ball carried.
Yeah, well, he went the other way with that one, but this time it got down quick enough, out of the reach of Julian and Barboza.
I didn't think he hit it that well to get it over his head. That definitely carried.
So runner in scoring position with 1 out for Andrew Caulfield, the third baseman, and you just cannot escape the power hitters in this Andre lineup. Caulfield, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 3 RBIs in 16 games. Got a .234 average, but a .404 slugging percentage. So for you advanced stat heads, that's an ISO of 170, which is pretty good. Big slider down and away for strike 1. And, we talk about, all the left-handed bats like Waldrip, they have to be careful. Obviously, they got power from the right side as well. I guess you just got to be glad that Johnny Welch and Juan Portes haven't played this year.
Oh, my God.
Still with 11 home runs, and, you can't just say, as that's on the outside corner for strike 2, you can't just say that's a product of playing at Maplewood, because the balls these guys hit are not cheapies.
No, they're big boys.
Yeah.
They're big boys. Tell you one thing, I wouldn't want to start a brawl against these guys.
I think that almost happened with Eric Poling one year when he got, just missed for ball 1.
Wow.
I don't know if it was against the Chiefs, but early in my tenure with the Blue Sox, Eric Poling got bowled over on a play at the plate, and he took quite the exception to it, and near chaos broke out. Check swing, strike 3. Second strikeout for Gianellis, 2 down, and it'll be up to Nick Leva to try and bring home that run. Leva batting .217. No extra base hits and 4 RBIs. That's the 21st time Caulfield has gone down on strikes this year, compared to 8 walks.
Wow.
And Leva swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt for strike 1. Good to see Aiden Freeberg getting some work in the bullpen.
Absolutely. think it's been 3 years since he's been on the mound. I think it was when we beat Andre in the finals.
Yeah, it was him. I think he was the winning pitcher in that game, in Game 3.
I think Game 3, and I think he came back.
No. He had been active all year. He was.
No. He pitched Game 3, and I think he ended up pitching the clinching game as well.
Well, Game 3 was the clinching game. Well, the Game 3 of the championship series was the clinching game. That was.
We swept him?
Yeah, we swept him.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, Game 3 took like
Game
3 days to
3
play.
took 3 or 4 days, literally.
That was the craziest game I've ever been a part of.
Oh my God! It's just the call. I actually botched the call of your bunt because I accidentally said the play at the plate because I assumed they were going to go for the force at home because there were 2 outs. As this is a little blooper into shallow right, and this will be caught by Julian for the out that retires the side. Shoestring catch by Julian, taking away a hit and an RBI from Nick Leva after 2 complete. Still no score. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Blue Sox, as of late, have just really struggled to get the offense going early in the game. And I say, well, the more reps you get against the pitcher, the more likely you're going to square one up against him. But the Blue Sox, start out the season scoring in the first or second inning every game. And as of late, they've gone on a roll where they've taken until the 3rd or 4th or even 5th inning to get on the board first.
Yeah, it's just tough to get on a roll sometimes. We got so many players coming in and out, and then the weather has been a factor.
Yeah, it just throws you off.
Yeah, it just can't get in a groove.
Well, I mean, we do have what's the facility in Woburn we practice at?
Route 1 Sports or something.
Okay, that's obviously not in Woburn because that's not where.
It's in Arlington.
Arlington, okay. But yeah, just if it pours, just hit the cages for an hour.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
it's not seeing live pitching.
It's not the same thing, but at least it'll keep your juices going.
Yeah.
All right, top of the 3rd. It'll be the top 3rd of the order due up for the Blue Sox: Barboza, Zaire, and Alvarez. Barboza led off the game with a double. An inning filled with hard-hit balls by the Blue Sox, but unfortunately no runs came through. And with Kirby getting 3 strikeouts in the top of the 2nd, going to need to get back to putting the ball in play. Is creeping in at 3rd is Caulfield, and that curveball misses for ball 1. That'll look good from here.
If Barboza can drag bunt to first base, Waldrop is playing on the outfield grass.
Yeah.
I mean, all he has to do is get it past the pitcher.
He'll foul that one off for strike 1. I mean that was what happened with your bunt in Game 3 in 2015. Like Copa played you in, and you took a big rip at the first pitch,
yes.
and then he played back, and that's when you laid one down. So this is obviously much lower stakes at this juncture, but. As this is grounded to the right side, sliding stop, and the throw to first is not going to be in time. So a great effort by Passatempo, but Barboza has his 2nd hit of the ball game.
Yeah, once that second baseman goes to his right to make a play on Barboza, I mean, you're going to have a cannon to get him out. He flies down that line.
So here's Dominic Zaire, who popped up to short his first time up, and thankfully it didn't end up being a double play. As Barboza had taken off for 3rd on that pitch. Had 3rd well stolen. And he's going to bluff, and Zaire gets it down the first base line, and they tag him out.
See, I don't know if I like that call. I think with Levy catching, you got to try to steal on him. He does not have the arm he used to with Barboza's wheels.
Yeah, get the steal first, then lay one down.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the sack goes 1.
1 unassisted.
1 unassisted. Oh, it's 3 unassisted, my mistake. So here's Julian Alvarez. Walked his first time up. Barboza takes off for third. The throw down is
score.
going into left field, and Barboza is going to score with the stolen base in the E2.
You got to test Leiva's arm.
Yep.
You got to test him all night. We got to run, you know. This guy's stingy with the hits. We got to make plays. We got to steal bases. We got to move runners. It's the way you beat a great pitcher.
I was playing MLB The Show this morning, and guy got the first run on me. I was playing in Polo Grounds, and guy got the first run on me on a double with Charlie Blackmon. Then he took third on a wild pitch, and then they tried to do a squeeze, and I got a strike. He didn't get he missed the bunt, and then I had Blackmon caught in a rundown between third and home, and then he eventually outsmarted me, and he got home with the first run. I was losing like in the 5th inning in that game before I had 2 Polo Grounds home runs by Alomar and Pudge. And by Polo Grounds home runs, I don't mean inside the park home runs to the 486 side. I mean the short porch in left and right. 2-2 the count. And now Julian will call time. Blue Sox getting the first run of the ball game with a infield single by Barboza, sacked over to second and then stole third and came home to score on the error on Leiva's throw. Julian not cheated on that swing.
This guy's playing with fire, throwing Julian those pitches there.
Yeah. Blue Sox have 3 home runs this year, and they all came in one game against Melrose. Julian nearly had one against Melrose on the home opener. Like to get a hold of one here, make it 2-0. Oh, frozen with the curveball. 2 down. 4th strikeout. 3 of them have been called third strikes. And now Ryan Berardino, who had a hard hit ball to right that was caught by Libby. Berardino takes a ball that skips to the backstop, 1-0.
Their outfielders like to cheat. They leave some big
Sereno's
gaps up there.
way over towards right field for a right-handed hitter. 2-0 to Berardino. Sereno really likes to play the opposite way. I never understood why.
And he's
Well, now he's playing imperfectly as he makes the catch. Well, now I understand why. He saw Berardino go the other way the last time, and he plays him the other way this time and gets the out. So the Blue Sox get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left. And after 2.5, it is 1-0 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Yep. All right. Yep. All right.
Thank you, man.
Sway, thanks for joining us. He's got kids. All right, so got a defensive change for the Blue Sox as Ross Curley has entered the game at short and Morgan Brown has moved from short to second. Good to have Ross back in the lineup. So Blue Sox with 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left. And the Chiefs with no runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. So again, Curley now in at short. And Brown now at second. And Zaire now out of the lineup. And that is in there for strike 1 to Mike Burgoyne. Burgoyne cuts and misses, and he's behind 0-2. Burgoyne, 182 hitter with 1 double and 4 RBIs. As he pops this one foul over towards the out-of-play line goes Stevens, but it is well out of play, and it'll remain 0-2. Hey, Borja, I think Sway's coming for your job. Want to get it back? Slider in there for strike 3 called. Third strikeout for Gianellis, first backwards K. And there's one down for Tony Serino, the leadoff hitter, who grounded out on a comebacker, leading off the bottom of the first. And that misses the outside corner for ball 1. In there for strike 1 on the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Serino, then R.J. Libby, and if anybody gets on, Ben Waldrop. But as Sway and I were talking about early on, you want to make sure that you face guys like Waldrop and Passatempo and Caulfield with nobody on, minimize the damage. Right now, Serino ahead in the count, 2-1. And that darts down and in for ball 3. Wouldn't go after that slider down and in. R.J. Libby on deck. And now Serino is granted time. (3-1). Little looper, and this will be caught straddling the foul line by Jimenez for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for R.J. Libby, who grounded out to Gianellis on a broken bat comebacker his first time up. And Libby comes up empty for strike 1. Again, this is a game at Lexington High School, but the Blue Sox are the visiting team for this game. Teams will face off again with Lexington being the home team Friday night here. Change-up. Haven't seen many change-ups from Gianellis tonight, but that one got him to swing over the top of it. 0-2. This is laced into right field and down for a base hit. So another 2-out hit for the Chiefs. They have a hit in every inning. And that'll bring up Ben Waldrop. He can make this a 2-1 game with one swing of the bat, as you know. Had a double his first time up with 2 outs in the first. Some notes in the major leagues. Shane Bieber had a no-hitter going into the 6th before Eric Sogard broke it up with a leadoff double in the 7th, as that is popped foul and out of play for strike 1. Tying run at first, go ahead running the plate. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, the Blue Sox getting the first run of this ball game on an error by Nick Leva after Aaron Barboza stole 3rd. Libby has not attempted a stolen base this year. Ooh, beautiful changeup. Strike 2. I think after he found the feel for it on Libby's swing and a miss in his last at-bat, see if he tries to get him on it again. Well, you got to bury it a little more than that. I think now that Waldrop's seen it, he can muscle up at the bottom of the strike zone. It's going to go a long way. So you really got to bury this one or at least get it away. And he tried a slider or fastball downstairs. Interesting. Ball one. Steve Passatempo on deck. Stevens holding on Libby at first. The pitch in the dirt. Good block by Putty. No advance by the runner, and that evens the count at 2. Talking to Matty Karras before the ball game, he says that the town's going to be installing new concrete dugouts here at center field before next season. Maybe we'll install a new sound system along with it. Bruce and I were talking about that after the last home game. So our speakers have started to turn to static. This is grounded to short. Curley, welcome to the game. Underhands to second, and he gets the force for the out that retires the side. So after 3 complete, still 1-0 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Also, LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Wakefield Merchants. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 3 left for the Chiefs. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Blue Sox. As we go to the top of the 4th, and it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Zach Stevens, Kyle Adey, and Morgan Brown. Stevens 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. On those hard hit balls that the Blue Sox had in the first, that could not produce a run, as that is taken up and in for ball 1. Kirby not really the fireballer that Jared Frenny was. That's swung on and missed for strike 1. But he's obviously used his pitches to great effect to get 64 strikeouts in 40 innings. On the outside corner, and now Stevens is behind 1-2. 4 strikeouts already through 3 innings for Kirby. Can he make it 5 here? Swing and a miss, he does. Stevens now 0 for 2, and here's Kyle Adey. Adey struck out looking his first time up in the second. As he pops this one foul over the screen and out of play for strike 1. Well, the mantra and Sway and I were talking about was make the Chiefs defense make plays. As it's a hard fastball blown by Adey for strike 2. And the error by Leva is the difference in this game right now. And Zaire almost beat out that sac bunt he had for a base hit. In there for strike 3, called. Six of the last 8 outs for Kirby have been by way of the K. He's got 6 strikeouts. And let's see if Morgan Brown can prolong the inning. Struck out looking his first time up in the second, as he takes ball one. Tied up in knots. It looked like a hanging breaking ball, and I think Morgan thought that was going to drop a little lower so he could crush it, but it stayed up and out of the zone. So he swung under it for strike one to even the count. I mean, that's the right idea. You hang it, they bang it, but hung too high. And now he swings and misses at a fastball upstairs for strike two. Trying to strike out the side here is Kirby. Got 3 strikeouts in the second. Can he get 3 strikeouts in the fourth? Not there. It's 2-2. John Puttress on deck if we get that far. Kirby winds and delivers. Down and in. Levitt tried to bring it back into the zone, but the home plate umpire wasn't buying it. And the count fills. Swing and a miss. Ended up getting him. 7 strikeouts in the last 3 innings for Kirby. Let's see if the Chiefs can get him some runs and some run support. After 3.5, we're halfway home. It is still 1-0 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental from Avis. Middle third of the order due up for the Chiefs here in the bottom of the fourth with Steve Passatempo, Mike Gedman, and Nate Witkowski. Passatempo went down on strikes to end the first, his first time up, and he takes ball one on a curveball. Blue Sox held off base for the first time in the top half of this inning. Chiefs have also had a base runner every inning to this point. A good pitcher's duel on our hand. Again, the 1 run coming on an error by the catcher Leva. 3 strikeouts for Gianella, 7 for Kirby. Misses down and away, ball 2. Trying to get him on the slider. Passatempo playing just his 6th game, but has made an impact, as that is picked up by Curley onto first. And Stevens came off the bag trying to haul that one in. It's a great effort by Ross and nearly had him if he made a good throw. So that'll be an E6. And for the first time tonight, the leadoff man is aboard for the Chiefs. And that'll bring up Mike Gedman, the DH. First error of the ball game on the Blue Sox. And Gedman's got power, and he's going to try and lay one down, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. So that is strike 1. We got Gedman. He's got good power, but Steve Gambale obviously trying to lay one down here, at least on the first pitch. He does not square this time and laces this one into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, maybe more. Passatempo's on his way to third, and it will be a single. Passatempo to third, and now the tying run 90 feet away for the Chiefs. Now Matty Karras going out to have a word with Gianellis and Puttress. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. And Nate Witkowski due up. Chiefs picking up their fourth hit on that single by Gedman. Gedman, that's just his sixth hit of the year. All of them are singles. Nate Witkowski to the bat. He doubled his last time up in the second. Gianellis needs to think strikeout here and then hopefully get Caulfield on a double play ball. As that is down away, backhanded by Puttress for ball one. Gedman has not attempted a stolen base this year. Breaking ball on the inside corner for strike one. Passatempo reaching on the error by Curley, who's freshly entered into the ball game, at least as of last inning. Gedman with a single to right center that sent Passatempo over to third. Tying run 90 feet away for the Chiefs. Down and away, ball two. They'll appeal, and he did not go, says Sam Finn. 2-1. And a double play ball would get the run home. Fouled off for strike two. Wonder at this point, for Gianellis, do you trade the run for 2 outs, knowing Caulfield's on deck? Breaking ball just missed. Ball 3. See if Gedman runs here. Fouled off. Haven't been a whole lot of prolonged battles by Chiefs batters thus far, but here's one by Witkowski. Witkowski at .303 with 4 doubles, 1 homer, and 6 RBIs. Coming into play tonight, picking up his 5th double earlier. And he gets jackknife for strike 3 called on the inside corner. Got the front door cutter there. 4th strikeout for Gianellis. 1 down, and that brings up the power hitter Andrew Caulfield. Struck out swinging his first time up in the second. Misses high for ball 1. Caulfield went down on strikes for the 21st time this year in the second, which is a league high. More than compensates for that with his power. Foul tips that one into the mitt of Puttress for strike 1 to even the count. Error and a single have runners at the corners with 1 out. Witkowski's called third strike on the front door cutter. Means a ground ball could get the Blue Sox out of this. Swing and a miss. Strike two. I think with a swing like that, Gianellis isn't going to go for the ground ball anymore. He's going to go for the strikeout. Pass the tempo at third, Gedman at first. Tying run at third, go ahead run at first. Gianellis comes set. The 1-2. High with a fastball, 2-2. Nick Leva on deck. Gedman's been pretty much anchored to the bag at first. This is laced down the left field line, and that is down for extra bases. Passatempo will score easily. Gedman to third, and we're tied at 1. So from ahead 1-2 to an RBI double for Caulfield, picking up his 4th double and 4th RBI. And now Leva with the infield in here. Takes a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Leva flew out to right. Nice shoestring catch by Alvarez, retired him last time up. Broken bat, ooh. Grounder foul, and took a chunk out of one of the Chiefs in the dugout over there on the first base line. Count is 0-2 to Leva. Infield in here with second and third and 1 out. Gianellis comes set. And a little pop-up foul that'll get into the bleachers. Good job by Leva to go down and get that one and stay alive. Go-ahead run 90 feet away in the person of Mike Gedman with Caulfield at second. So only 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Popped up. Stevens going over into foul territory, and he dropped it. So Leva gets a reprieve. Is that an E3? So Leva still alive at 0-2. And he grounds this one down the third base line, and Jimenez bobbles it, and everybody's safe. And the Chiefs lead 2-1. Now strike 1 to Mike Burgoyne. Double play back in order. That was an E5. Second error of the inning on the Blue Sox. As Burgoyne fouls that one off, strike 2. So now once again the Blue Sox have to play catch up. Caulfield held at second as this is popped up into shallow left. Who's calling for it? It's going to be Jimenez for out number 2. Infield fly rules in effect there. So first and second. Two out, and the lineup turns over for Tony Serino, who will look to erase an 0 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher in the first, popped up to third in the third. He's due. Fouls that one off for strike 1. Fouled off again. Strike 2. With Caulfield rather at second, Leva at first. So here is Gianellis ahead of another batter 0 and 2. He's ahead of Caulfield and Leva, and they both reached. What can you do with the leadoff hitter Serino? Down and in. And no advance by the runners. 1 and 2. High for ball 1, and now they got the runners hung up between first and second. And it'll go 2-3-6 as they tag out Leva for the out that retires the side, but the Chiefs do take the lead. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left. And after 4 complete, 2-1 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So earlier in the game, Sway and I were talking about, you need to put the ball in play against the Chiefs, force them to make plays. How the Blue Sox have been the best defensive team and the Chiefs had been one of the worst. And yet it's the Blue Sox making 2 errors in the inning that lead to 2 unearned runs. And the Blue Sox, first time they've committed 2 errors in 1 inning this season, and the 3rd time this year they've committed 2 errors in a game. Now they find themselves trailing the Andre Chiefs 2-1 with 9 outs to play with against Zach Kirby, who's gotten 7 of the last 9 by way of the K. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors, 3 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 4 left for the Chiefs. John Putras, Anderson Jimenez, and Aaron Barboza due up here in the top of the 5th. Putty had a single his first time up, and he takes high ball 1. Kirby has had 3 strikeouts in each of the 2nd and 4th innings. As Putty hits this one into right field, and this will be caught by the right fielder Libby for out number 1. So on 2 pitches, Putty is retired. And that brings up Anderson Jimenez. Struck out swinging his first time up in the 2nd. Kirby took the loss in the team's first meeting back on July 8th. Looking to get the win here as he gets ahead of Jimenez, 0-1. Breaking ball misses down and in, ball 1. Kirby has had double-digit strikeouts in 4 of his 6 starts. The other 2, he's had 8 strikeouts, including the game against the Blue Sox. He's already up to 7 through 4 1/3. And now he's ahead of Jimenez, 1-2. Season high is 13, which he's done twice. Once against the Alabrantes and once against the Merchants. Those were both in losing efforts. Downstairs for ball 2. Swing and a miss at a slider down and away. 2 down. There's strikeout number 8 for Kirby. And the lineup turns over for Aaron Barboza. Barbs has reached base twice tonight. Once on a double, once on a single. After that single, he was sacrificed over to second rather, and stole third and came home to score what is thus far the Blue Sox only run on the throwing error by Nick Leva. And he takes a fastball high for ball 1. Ross Curley is on deck, awaiting his first plate appearance of the ball game. Would love to have it with Barboza on base. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. Sereno playing a few steps towards right for the left-handed hitting Barboza. That's slow for ball 2. Kirby's had just 1 walk. That was to Alvarez with 1 out in the first. And we have a stoppage of play as we have a softball game having a home run over there beyond left field. As Barboza laces this one into left center field, and this will be caught on the run by Burgoyne. Some hard-hit balls tonight into the outfield by the Blue Sox batters, but for the most part, the Chiefs' offense has been tracking them down. Chiefs' defense, yes. After 4.5, still 2-1 Chiefs. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. New pitcher for the Blue Sox, your friend and mine, Borja Jones-Barasaluthe. After 4 innings by Mike Gianellis, he is on the hook for his first loss of the season if this score holds. Borja, 3-0 with a 0 ERA in 9 2/3 innings. He's allowed 7 hits, 2 unearned runs, walked 2, struck out 8, hit 1 batter, and thrown 1 wild pitch. Hasn't faced the Chiefs this year. Last year made 1 appearance against the Chiefs. Went 1 inning, allowed 1 solo home run, and struck out a batter. Faced the Chiefs on June 9th, 2016, and went 1 2/3 innings, allowing 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Faced the Chiefs once in 2015, going 1 inning, allowing 1 walk and striking out 2. So 3 appearances against the Chiefs in 5 years for Borja up to this point. Tony Serino will lead things off. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and a pop up to third. And he takes strike 1. Gianellis goes 4 innings, allows 5 hits, 2 unearned runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Low for ball 1. For Gianellis, he's allowed 4 runs this year, and only 1 of them is earned. 2-1. So we talk about the 20 runs, 10 of which are unearned, that Kirby is allowed. Look at Gianellis. This is grounded up the middle. Diving stop. No, it gets past Brown into center field for a base hit. And for the second straight inning, the Chiefs have the leadoff man aboard. And we know what happened last time. Here's R.J. Libby, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to the pitcher. Possible bunt situation. Jimenez not playing in here. He does not square, and it's a check swing for ball 1. 2-1 Chiefs. All the runs in this game coming. The Chiefs runs coming in the 4th. The Blue Sox 1 run coming in the top of the 3rd. And Putras going out to the mound to have a word with Borja. Maybe they got their signals crossed there. Looked like a slider on the inside corner. Strike 1. Blue Sox, this is the first of 3 meetings in a span of a week and a half between the two teams. Face off here Friday, and the Blue Sox will be the home team. Blue Sox are the away team for this game. And at Maplewood next week. 1-2. I know. It's comedic timing, Bruce. One and 2 the count. The pitch. Foul tip into the mitt. And now, well, this might not be strike 3, as they say they might have hit the ground. Umpires are going to confer. I don't understand how Sam Finn could have a better look at that than the home plate umpire. Yeah, I guess. So it is a foul tip, not held on to. It hit the ground. Yep. Now Rick DeAngelis wants an explanation. Rick doesn't think it hit the ground. Sam Finn's going to come in and provide his explanation because they relied on his view for the play, for the appeal. And, all right. So, Libby's still alive at 1-2. Well, no debate about that one. That's strike 3 on the inside corner. First strikeout for Borja, 1 down. And now Ben Waldrop, 1 for 2 with a double. Blue Sox in danger of losing their 3rd in 4 games after going on a 13-game unbeaten streak. As that darts down and in for ball 1, that is the slider down and in that Gianellis got Waldrop to swing over the top of early in his at-bat in the first. Tried to do it again, and then he hung it, and Waldrop stroked a double to right center. Throw back to first, and back safely is Sereno. Sereno, as I mentioned, doesn't have the wheels he used to. Only 1 stolen base this year. His career since 2013, he's had 39 and 48 attempts. As this is driven into right field, but Alvarez is there for the catch, 2 down. So an important bat taken care of there, and that'll bring up Steve Passatempo. Reached on an error and scored on an error. His reached on an error and scored. Gedman was the one who scored on the error. On the error by Jimenez. His run was the tying run last inning. He's 0 for 2. As he grounds this one down to the third baseline, but that'll be a foul ball for strike 1. In the top of the 6th, the Blue Sox will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up: Curley, Alvarez, and Berardino. Leadoff man still at first with 2 down. Finished my thought about Sereno stolen bases. His career high was 11 in 2015. For what it's worth, he is putting up a career high in batting average this year. As this is stroked deep to left. Back goes 80. It's gone. Passatempo makes it a 4-run, 4-1 game. Park is keeping the Blue Sox home runs in, but it's not keeping the other team's home runs in. Passatempo picks up his 2nd home run and 4th and 5th RBIs of the season. And that is down and away for ball 1 to Mike Gedman. Scored the go-ahead run in the 4th on the error by Jimenez. There was an RBI credited to Leva. On that play. Borja's a little too conscious about trying to leave it over the plate. Whoa! Never seen a bat break like that before. Half of the barrel went flying to the right, and the ball was fouled off towards the Blue Sox dugout. So it is 2-1, but as I was saying, it looked like Borja was trying to overcompensate with trying not to leave it over the heart of the plate. He buried those 2, but they were not even close to tempting for Gedman. Gedman 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Strike 2. Blue Sox now have 6 outs to get 3 runs. Offense has been anemic as of late. This only win in these last 4 games, including this one. They only scored 2 runs. Inside corner, strike 3 called, and the side is retired, but not before the Blue Sox give up a 2-run homer to Steve Passatempo, and that makes it 4-1 Chiefs after 5. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Kirby's retired 9 in a row since the leadoff single in the third for Barboza, when he eventually came around to score the Blue Sox' only run. And in that span, he has 5 strikeouts. Ross Curley will get his first at-bat of the ball game after taking over defensively in the third for Dominic Zaire, at least in his spot in the lineup. Blue Sox have missed his production. Ross at .405 with 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 9 RBIs. And 9 walks compared to 6 strikeouts. On-base percentage of .532, slugging percentage of .649 means an OPS of 1181. And Kirby delivers up and in for ball 1. Just listening to Rick DeAngelis give some coaching to some of his younger hitters. What they need to do in this comeback situation, but Ross swings it, misses at a pitch at his eyes, 4-strike-1 to even the count. Blue Sox again, not had a hit or a base runner at all since the leadoff single by Barboza in the third, as that curveball drops in there for strike 2. And he pops this one up. And the catch will be made by Libby in shallow right at a long way to go. 4-out number 1. Now Julian Alvarez. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Slider high for ball 1. Fastball high, and that's ball 2. Rare situation, as of late anyways, where the Blue Sox find themselves ahead of Kirby. And no one warming behind him, and why would you? Catches the inside corner with the curveball, strike 1. Safe to say he was not looking 2-0 curveball on the inside corner, front hip. The 2-1. 3-1. Alvarez calls time to adjust his batting gloves. Big pitch here, 3-1. Shoots it down and away. Alvarez has his second walk, and that snaps a string of 10 straight retired by Kirby. Now Ryan Berardino. 0 for 2 with a flyout to right and a flyout to center. As one of the batters getting some coaching from Rick DeAngelis between innings. Takes strike 1. 1 out and a runner at first. It's usually an automatic take. Fouls that one off, and it's strike 2. Got to be wary of that curveball or slider here. You don't drop that curveball in the zone, though. So if you see it, get ready to rip. Fastball up and away, ball 1. This is a little chopper to the left side, and it gets past the third baseman, Caulfield. The entire Chiefs infield, it seems, goes over to make sure it doesn't go too far for Alvarez to advance. But it's first and second, 1 out. And that'll be an infield single for Berardino. So now the tying run comes up to the plate in the person of Zach Stevens. Nothing else, just keep the line moving for Kyle. Stevens behind a fastball there, strike 1. Fouls that one off, and now he's behind 0-2. Well, even though it wasn't an error on Caulfield, that's what you got to do. You got to make the Chiefs make plays. Fouled off again by Stevens. Alvarez at second, Berardino at first. Slide step, and he swung on it and missed for strike 3. Strikeout number 9 for Kirby. And now that brings up Kyle 80. Down the line and a foul ball, but it's caught for the final out. Libby made the catch. Held your breath for a second there if you were a Blue Sox fan. Hit deep down the right field line, but it hung up too long. And 80 is retired on 1 pitch. And the side is retired. The Blue Sox leave 2, and after 5.5, it is still 4-1 Chiefs. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. New pitcher for the Blue Sox, it'll be Sean Mahan taking over on the mound for Borja Jones Barasaluthe, who goes 1 inning, allowing 2 hits, 2 runs, with 2 strikeouts. Mahan making his 3rd appearance of the season, 0-1 with a .560 ERA, and he misses up and in for ball 1 to Nate Witkowski. Five innings of work, 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of which are earned, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Both of his appearances came against the Melrose Americans. As this is stroked into center field, back goes Barboza, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Another hard hit ball into the outfield. We've had a number of hard hit balls to the outfield, actually by both teams, but difference is the Chiefs outfielders have tracked down most of them, and most of the Chiefs hits have found gaps. So 1 up, 1 down for Andrew Caulfield, who had a double in the 4th and is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. That's on the outside corner for strike 1. Kowski, Caulfield, and Leva, and if anybody gets on, Mike Burgoyne. Good shoot on the outside corner, 0-2. Foul tip into the mid of Puttress for strike 3. 7th strikeout for Blue Sox pitching tonight. Had at least 1 strikeout in every inning. And now Nick Leva reached on the error that brought home what is currently the go-ahead run. Would be the winning run if this score holds up. That's high with a fastball for ball 1. In the top of the 7th, the Blue Sox will be down to their final 3 outs, and they'll have Brown, Puttress, and Jimenez due up, as Leva fouls this one off for strike 1. Although at the when 80 was up, you did see Taylor Ferguson in the on-deck circle if the inning had prolonged. Taylor was saying to us, "Don't put me in the infield." As Leva hits this one into center field, Barboza tracking it down, and he does for the out that retires the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Sean Mahan, and now the Blue Sox need to go to work. They need 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead. It is the Blue Sox trailing the Chiefs 4-1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Wakefield Merchants. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Zach Kirby out there for the complete game. And here is Taylor Ferguson to pinch hit for Morgan Brown. Ferguson making just his 2nd appearance of the season, was 1 for 4 with an RBI back on June 11th against Malden. And that finds the heart of the plate for strike one. Ferguson with 7 home runs in the last 2 years for the Blue Sox, as that misses for ball one. Last year against the Chiefs was 3 for 6 with 2 RBIs. 2 and 1. And a double and a triple among those 3 hits. He pops that one foul, and it's 2 and 2. Ferg fouls off another one. Two again. Misses up and in with the curveball, 3 and 2. John Puttress on deck. And a swing and a miss. Ten strikeouts now for Kirby. And that'll bring up John Puttress, who has one of the Blue Sox 4 hits tonight against Kirby, a single back in the second. And he takes high for ball one. Brushes him back a little bit, and it's 2 and 0. Three and 0. Putty taken all the way, and it's a strike on the outside corner, 3 and 1. Alex Wojtek in the on-deck circle. As this is laced up the middle, and a diving catch by the shortstop Witkowski to take away a certain hit. And the Blue Sox down to their final out. So Alex Wojtek will pinch hit for Anderson Jimenez. As the final out for the Blue Sox, and that skips to the plate and skips away from Leva for ball one. Wojtek, a .316 hitter with 3 doubles and 1 RBI. 1 walk compared to 5 strikeouts. But he is 0 for his last 9. 1-1 the count. Looking for his first hit since June 24th against Reading. He pops this one up into foul territory. Leva giving it a look. Will get out of play. Blue Sox down to their final strike. Kirby looking for the complete game. It is 4th win of the season. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the ball game is over, and the Chiefs are above 500, and the Blue Sox have lost their 3rd in their last 4 games. So in a game that took 1 hour and 49 minutes, the winning pitcher is Zach Kirby. He is 4-3. The losing pitcher is Mike Gianellis. He is 3-1. No save. The final total for the Blue Sox, who fall to 14-4-1, but will remain in first place in the ICL. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left. And for the Andre Chiefs to improve to 9-8, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 4 left. Our player of the game is Zach Kirby, who gets the complete game with 11 Ks. His 5th double-digit strikeout game of the year, I believe. Yep, his 5th double-digit strikeout game of the year, and it's his 2nd straight win. The Blue Sox need to, I don't know what's gotten into them, but 3 losses in the last 4 games, and the only win in that stretch, a 2-1 victory over the Alabrandies. That's got to start clicking. That's all I can say. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. A reminder that LSP is a member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. LSP's next broadcast tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Wakefield Merchants. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is the Andre Chiefs 4 and the Lexington Blue Sox 1. For host Wade Feliciano, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.